On the screen in front of you, these are some examples of genetically modified foods: corn, soy, cotton, and potatoes. Do you recognize any of them or see any that you eat on a regular basis? I'm sure you have all wondered at least once where your food comes from. And as the popularity of bioengineered food rises, many people have growing questions and concerns. After extensive research, I've learned that there are many things about genetically modified foods that people don't know. In this speech, I will cover what GMOs are, the myths surrounding them, and the controversies that they cause. To start, let's first cover what genetically modified foods are. GMOs, crops, animal foods, and beyond, an article provided by the FDA, explores the topic of genetically modified foods and their current applications. Genetically modified foods are foods that have been altered in some way for many beneficial purposes, such as increasing productivity, preventing crop loss, and improving nutritional content. The process of genetic alteration includes splicing DNA, inserting favorable genes, or deleting unfavorable genes to manipulate desirable outcomes. The most common genetically modified food is corn. It can be eaten on its own or converted to many commonly used ingredients, such as corn syrup and cereal. BT corn is a type of genetically modified corn that is altered to produce a certain protein that is deadly to insects but provides no harmful effects to humans or livestock. It reduces the need to spray harmful insecticides, but also protects the crops. Another example is golden rice. Golden rice has been artificially enhanced with added vitamin A to combat vitamin A deficiencies within the U.S. Now that we know what GMOs are, let's go over common myths surrounding them. In their 2022 article titled Myths and Realities About Genetically Modified Foods, a risk-benefit analysis, Angelo Rodriguez et al. Debunk common myths and conceptions, provide factual evidence about genetically modified foods. Amongst some of these myths, the most commonly assumed is that GMOs cause an increase in allergies and safety risk, infertility risk, and metabolic disturbances. Within the sources I have researched, no notable evidence has been confirmed. A way GMOs are analyzed and studied is through environmental risk assessment. The main purpose of ERAs is to determine whether the new GMO variety has direct effects on natural environment. Evidence shows that genetically modified foods are no more harmful than traditional foods. Now that we have debunked some common myths, let's discuss some of the controversies surrounding GMOs. With the rise and acceptance of genetically modified foods, there are many people and parties that are concerned with the aftermath and consequences of consumption. Many are worried that GMOs will affect their health or cause lasting negative effects on their health. Jsjsbdusjaosmsbxhxj et al. In their 2021 article titled The Controversies of Genetically Modified Foods detail many arguments against genetically modified foods. While 90% of scientists agree that GMOs pose no health risk to the animals that are fed them or humans that eat the final product, consumers are more reserved in their judgment and have increased concerns. Some are concerned that by transferring a gene from one species to another creates a new protein, and that new protein can increase the potential for allergens. The authors of this article thoroughly analyzed data and research to determine that genetically modified foods have no more potential for allergens than consuming non-modified foods. Another controversy is antibiotic-resistant genes being used when creating GMOs. It raises concerns of possible horizontal gene transfer between these antibiotic-resistant genes and human or animal gut microbiota. Although the possibility of horizontal gene transfer is rare, scientists ensure that genes coding for antibiotics that are not used for veterinary practice for genetically modified seed and plants. Extensive research from scientists find no evidence of negative effects on health. Now that I've explained what genetically modified foods are, the myths surrounding them, and controversies about them, hopefully you now have enough knowledge about genetically modified foods to know exactly what they are, what information is true and false, and the controversies that surround them. Thank you very much.